The Los Angeles Lakers are on the brink of something big. Not just another mid-season tweak or a minor roster adjustment, but a move that could redefine their entire identity heading into the 2025-26 campaign. As the purple and gold faithful across America hold their breath, the front office is locked in on a target. A player who doesn't just fill a need but transforms the Lakers from a team with glaring weaknesses into a legitimate, multi-dimensional championship contender. This isn't about adding another scorer or a flashy name to sell jerseys. This is about addressing the one thing that has haunted the Lakers in recent postseasons: defense. Specifically, perimeter defense. The kind of defense that can shut down the Steph Currys, the Damian Lillards, and the Devin Bookers of the world when the game is on the line. The kind of defense that turns good teams into great ones and great teams into champions. And right now, all signs point to the Lakers being one trade away from fixing that problem for good. Let's dive into why this potential move is the talk of Lakers Nation, how it fits into the grand scheme of LeBron James' twilight and Luka Doncic's prime, and what it means for a franchise that refuses to accept anything less than banner number 18. The Lakers' defensive struggles last season were impossible to ignore. In the first-round playoff exit against the Minnesota Timberwolves, it wasn't just that the Lakers lost, it was how they lost. Anthony Edwards and Karl-Anthony Towns carved them up like a Thanksgiving turkey, exposing a backcourt that simply couldn't keep up with the athleticism, speed, and shooting of modern NBA guards. LeBron, for all his greatness, is 40 years old. Austin Reeves, while improved, isn't a lockdown defender. The Lakers system relied too heavily on Anthony Davis to erase mistakes at the rim, and when AD wasn't there, or when the opposing guards blew past the perimeter, there was no safety net. That's why the front office, led by Rob Pelinka, has spent the offseason scouring the league for a two-way guard who can bring elite perimeter defense, switchability, and clutch shooting without demanding the ball or disrupting the chemistry between LeBron and Luka. And after weeks of rumors, leaks, and back-channel negotiations, they've zeroed in on their guy. This player isn't a household name in the vein of a Kyrie Irving or a James Harden, but that's exactly why he's the perfect fit. He's young, hungry, and, most importantly, available. He's the kind of player who can guard the opposing team's best perimeter scorer for 30-plus minutes a night, hit open threes when LeBron or Luka draw double teams, and thrive in the high-pressure moments that define playoff basketball. He's not going to average 25 points a game, but he doesn't need to. What he will do is make life infinitely harder for the opposing team's backcourt, free up LeBron to play more off-ball, and give Luka the breathing room he needs to orchestrate the offense without constantly being hunted on defense. In short, he's the missing piece the Lakers have been searching for since their 2020 championship run. So, what would it take to land him? The Lakers aren't exactly swimming in assets. Their draft capital is limited, and their young players, while promising, aren't untouchable. But the front office has shown a willingness to be creative, and the team they're negotiating with isn't exactly in a position to demand the moon. A package centered around a combination of young talent and future picks. Think Max Christie, a protected first-rounder, and maybe a veteran like Rui Hachimura, could get the deal done. The key here is that the Lakers aren't just throwing darts at the board. They're targeting a player who fits both their timeline and their culture. This guy is known for his work ethic, professionalism, and ability to thrive in high-pressure environments, qualities that resonate in a locker room led by LeBron and AD. And let's talk about the fit. Offensively, he's a 3-and-D wing in the mold of a Drew Holiday or a Marcus Smart. Someone who can knock down open shots, attack closeouts, and make the right play when the defense collapses. But where he really shines is on the other end of the floor. He's got the size, length, and lateral quickness to stay in front of the league's best guards, and he's not afraid to get physical. In a league where switchability is everything, he can guard positions 1 through 3, which would allow the Lakers to play more versatile lineups and hide some of their defensive liabilities. Looking at you, LeBron. Imagine a closing lineup of LeBron, Luka, this guy, AD, and a rim-protecting center. That's a lineup that can switch everything, clamp down on the perimeter, and still have enough firepower to outscore anyone. The reaction from Lakers Nation has been electric. Fans are tired of watching their team get exposed in the playoffs by guards who can't be stopped. They're tired of seeing LeBron and AD carry the load while the rest of the team struggles to keep up. And most of all, they're tired of the front office sitting on its hands when bold moves are needed. This potential trade isn't just about adding a player, it's about sending a message. A message that the Lakers are serious about winning now, that they're not content with just making the playoffs, and that they're willing to make the tough decisions to get back to the finals. Of course, there are roadblocks. The other team might demand more than the Lakers are willing to give up. There could be competing offers from other contenders. And there's always the risk that the player doesn't adapt as seamlessly as hoped. But the upside is too massive to ignore. This is a move that could catapult the Lakers from a fringe contender to a legitimate title favorite. It's the kind of move that turns a good team into a great one, and a great team into a champion. As the negotiations heat up, all eyes are on Rob Pelinka. The Lakers GM has had his ups and downs, but this is his chance to silence the critics and prove that he's capable of building a roster that can compete at the highest level. LeBron's window is closing, and Luka is entering his prime. The time to strike is now. If Pelinka can pull this off, he won't just be adding a player. He'll be adding a culture changer, a difference maker, and the final piece of a puzzle that's been years in the making. For Lakers fans across America, the message is clear. This is the move. The one that could define the season, the one that could bring another championship to Los Angeles, and the one that could cement this era of Lakers basketball as one of the greatest in franchise history. The question isn't if the Lakers should do this. It's when, and if it happens. Buckle up, Lakers Nation. The ride to Banner 18 just got a whole lot more exciting.